Previously on the Damage Guild podcast.
You must be the ones the guild sent to pick up my orders.
We are.
That's us, and we thumb out our badges.
My name is Eleanor Restuvius.
We've heard of you.
Each object is exceedingly valuable and fragile, and must be treated with utmost care.
We step into that teleportation circle and we get ready to teleport.
Feels as though you're suddenly thrown off a cliff. Finally, you feel the sensation of solid ground once again beneath your feet.
That was super cool, guys. Can we go again?
Welcome to the Amulet and Staff, good sirs.
You wouldn't happen to be Draknar, would you?
Now you leave me wondering where you've heard of me.
We have been sent by Eleanor Restuvius to retrieve a valuable item.
It turns out I'm not quite ready for the delivery. Just a few days ago, someone broke into my workshop.
You know who stole it from you.
There is a traveling carnival of entertainers that will swindle anyone who isn't careful.
We'll go investigate these carnival freaks.
AAA team, away!
So where can a guy find a chamber pot in this town?
I don't know that we really need to follow that particular storyline.
But it's filled with so much intrigue and excitement.
Right? Okay, so then what delicacies are there to be had in this part of the world?
Oh, there's that tree over there, Shabba.
Yeah, I make use of the tree, and then we look around for some grub, some places to eat.
You arrive at the Cranky Kenku.
Wow. Oh, cranky Kenku.
What's a Kenku?
It's a bird person. It's Bird Dirdson's a Kenku.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So this comes from Mike on Twitter, System Warrior 11.
Thanks, System Warrior.
System
Thank
Warrior.
you.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Very nice. All right, so this sounds like a quirky sort of place.
Yeah, it sounds cranky, that's for sure.
Did he give us a menu for this particular restaurant?
I wish.
Did he go the extra mile?
Sort of.
If only Twitter allowed that many characters.
I'm picturing a chicken joint for sure, like just bird-themed everything.
Like roast
Yeah.
Kenku?
So you walk inside, and you can smell delicious roast chicken and pheasant and other poultry dishes.
So it's like a quirky bird-themed sort of restaurant where you can
There's
just
like a
buy...
guy in a costume, like dancing out front. He's like, hey!
Yeah. He is twirling a sign. Grand opening, the Cranky Kenku.
All of the waitresses have various feathers all over their outfits.
They all have like a comb and waddle, a little like strapped to their chin.
I imagine the bar area just has like lots of taxidermied, like large fantasy birds just looming over the bar.
Just a chimera hanging above the fireplace.
I think a chimera is a chimera a bird?
It could be.
No,
Yeah,
they're
partially
like
a bird, right?
They're lion, eagle,
lion,
snakes.
snake, eagle, no, goat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well then definitely a griffin.
I thought you could have a chimera made of different animals mixes.
That's what I was thinking of.
I mean, it can be anything, but that's the most typical one.
Okay.
Okay. They've got the chimera corner where you go and
You can read a book.
yeah, it's a little lounge area.
No, they splice you and turn you into a chimera for a fee.
Sounds like a good time.
That's pretty awesome. I like this place.
Yeah. Let's eat here all the time.
So I want to get some chicken on a stick. Just like a little burnt piece of, like, burnt to a crisp piece of meat on a little shish kebab stick.
I know a shish kebab.
Well, first we have to find this place's Olaf.
Yeah, right.
Oh, true. Is there anyone around who looks like they're just having a really rough time in their life in general?
Yeah, if there's a waiter or waitress in a really bad mood, we'll go and sit at their table. We'll brighten their day, right, guys? We always have that effect on people.
Is there anybody lonely at the bar?
There are a bunch of people here drinking by themselves.
All right, let's pick one of them.
Let's each pick one.
Early evening, I believe, at this point.
We're not trying to pick somebody up, Jay.
We find 3 people who are alone, and we invite all 3 of them to our table.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then we spend the rest of the night drinking and carousing and having fun. And fast forwarding so that Thane doesn't have to come up with 3 random NPCs right now.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we introduce them to each other and make small talk and make them feel included and liked.
And gain like 1,500 experience points for doing that.
You spend a while trying to invite people, but you get turned down several times before you find anyone to take you up on your offer with the very strange group that the 3 of you make together.
Oh, man.
The 4 of us.
Oh, yeah.
Stripey's here too.
Even stranger group that the 4 of you make together. But sure, you find a couple of people and sit down and spend the night, an hour or so eating and drinking and having a good time. They share some thoughts on the carnival and say that they're looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be heading out within the next couple of days, so they're hoping they can find some time to go and get their families together, go and see the sights.
How often do these folks come into town? These Gallivanters?
Roughly once a year, but their route takes them all over the place, so depending on the current wars and so on, sometimes they don't stop by at all, or sometimes they're a little bit early or late.
What was your favorite part of last year's show?
Last year, they had some amazing acrobatic performances, people swinging all over the place, throwing each other around. It was a real sight to behold.
Whoa. Wow. That sounds like a lot of skill.
Do they do any knife throwing?
They had a knife juggler there that I saw.
Oh, wow. I know a knife juggler.
Hey, do you want to meet them, Azlo?
No, not really.
Maybe you could learn a thing or two. They can help you on your pitch.
Nope, I'm already awesome at it. Thank you very much.
I know a knife juggler who's really good.
Actually, our knife juggler's even better when we start talking up Azlo, you and I, Shabba.
Yeah, he's just an expert. He's the best.
Put our hand on his back.
I cast invisibility and walk out of the room.
Are they hiring? Do you know? Because we may have to go into hiding in relatively short order.
You are a bunch of clowns. We probably fit right in.
Hey-o.
I haven't been there yet this year. I don't know if they're hiring, but, I mean, there's always a chance. There are always rumors of children running off to join the circus and so on.
Do they do auditions?
I don't know. I'm not interested in joining.
Like, does that be kind of fun? Like a talent show? Like we audition for the circus?
Well, I'm sure we'd make a really good audition. Let's go there and find out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for the drinks and food. You guys are great. You don't mind picking up the tab, of course, right? Anyway, it's been great meeting you.
Oh,
you're the best.
Hold on.
Take care.
You have to pay for your own meals.
So why don't we do something nice for these people?
Yeah, what's the grand total of all the food and drinks that we've purchased for all seven of us?
6 people and a badger.
Yeah, like 2 gold.
All right, I say, I'm just kidding with you, and then I toss 2 gold onto the table and then an extra gold for a tip. Just kidding. Our treat. Thanks for making this evening great. Chase your dreams.
Wow, Shabba, you're really trying to do the opposite of what we did with Nibrin. I'm impressed.
Well, you never know. We're in a new town, new environment. We don't have any allies yet, so it never hurts to make friends, I figure.
Trying to make up for past grievances, huh?
Past transgressions, yes.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that one RPG I've been playing. It's like a card game hybrid. One of the mechanics of the game is literally you improve your relationship with the various characters in the story through grabbing a pint with them.
That sounds like an anime video game to me.
It's called Grifflands. It's still an alpha. It's by Cly Studios, which you probably know, Thane. Cly, they did Don't Starve, a couple other notable titles.
Yeah.
Heard of that game.
It's a great game.
Long story short, can't hurt to be generous.
Absolutely.
That's right. Especially when it only costs you 3 gold.
That was what I was doing. I was going to whisper to Azlo and be like, hey, we got some party gold we could put in for them.
Yeah, hey, Azlo, want to give me 3 gold out of the party gold?
Oh, man, time's passed, guys. We got to go on our adventure now.
Shabba, you want all the generosity for yourself.
Wow, all right. How lucky am I? Well, it's getting real late, guys. We better head in that general direction.
Yep, hope to see you guys again. Bye, everybody.
Bye, see ya. Okay, bye.
Now, so we're getting quieter because we're going out the door.
Also, where do you live so we can come visit you again? We take down each of their names and addresses so that we can come visit them at an inopportune moment later on.
I don't think they're going to give you their addresses, but you can find us hanging around here every once in a while.
Oh, all right. Nice.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime.
We'll go back to the Kenku when we need some friendship.
The cranky Kenku.
How was your bird, Shabba?
That was excellent. It was the most fried to a crisp piece of chicken on a stick I've ever had today.
Yeah, that was pretty plain what you got. Am I rubbing off on you?
It was actually seasoned with the fires of the magic of their cooking. So
Hickory smoked fried chicken.
something like that. You know how when it gets real burned, like the meat gets real burned and it takes on like a flavor of its own? That was sort of the...
It was almost like jerky at that point. It was so dry.
Yeah, that was the sort of the idea.
It was barbecue cuckoo from Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
Right.
Kookaburra?
It was delicious.
Have we slept recently? Wait, that's not what I'm trying to ask. Have we had time to rest and recover since our last battle?
No?
Yeah.
We have. Okay.
Well, I don't know, Azlo. You just blew your invisibility.
Did you actually cast invisibility?
No, I didn't. I was going to ask also, how far away is this carnival set up?
About half a mile outside of town.
Oh, all right.
To the northeast of the shop.
Well, don't let me forget. after we figure out what's going on in this town, we need to buy mounts to help us get back home more fasterly.
Wow. Can we rent them instead of buy them? Because they're expensive. And I only have 89 gold pieces left after that 3 that I just gave those people that we don't know.
You could actually afford one with that amount of money.
All right.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Like a one that can accommodate a rider of my size?
Well,
Tokas is going to interrupt this, and I reach into my trench coat and pull out the vial of giant growth and say, weren't we thinking about using this on Stripey and making him like a temporary mount?
Perfect. That'll get us it'll get us about an hour toward home, and then we'll only have 2 weeks and 23 hours left.
Oh, it really only lasts an hour?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to have to consult the Game Master on this one. And can I, like, tweak the brew to, like, extend its life? Could you give us, like, a side quest for Tokas to find something that could, like, extend the life on this growth potion? This is off the cuff.
It would make him half as bigger as it normally would have, but it lasts for 2 hours instead of 1.
We need to get Stripey cursed, too, so that he, like, sometimes turns into a were-badger and he's, like, huge and can carry us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But, like, we can't steer him. He just, like, is careening through trees and houses.
He just has a mind.
We're just like, Stripey, watch out for that old lady. It's the same old woman, and she throws her groceries.
Throws her groceries and dives out of the way.
Not you guys again.
Those pesky kids.
you were in the last town I was in.
How'd you get here? We thought you were back in the city.
Every town we see the same old woman, and then it's actually the master of the entire game. It's the end boss.
She's the one who's down in the sewers, too.
Yep.
Oh, man, crazy.
What if she's the villain because we keep screwing up her getting her groceries?
Yeah.
She hates us more than Olaf. She's the one that brought the League of Evil together instead of Olaf.
Right.
That's it.
All right, Thane's like, are you guys done yet?
You know, I think I've only actually had one old woman encounter in this entire game that was actually real.
The rest were imagined. Like we talked about the Audiog in the sewers being someone's grandma. My grandma, she fell down a manhole cover and was never seen or heard from again. Grandma?
Grandma?
Is that you?
And then Tokas imagined her like a superhero or like really muscular.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Shabba, I have good news for you.
Not good news and bad news?
An elephant is only 200 gold to buy.
Oh, sweet. So I only have to make 111 more gold, and I can buy an elephant.
You're almost there.
Could we all pitch in to ride the elephant?
Well, assuming you could find one.
Oh, man.
We're going to a circus. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
We can just go. Dude, let's steal one of their elephants. That's even better.
Yeah, since they stole from
Azlo.
our patron, we must steal from them.
And then we'll make it a barter. We'll be like, here, we'll give you your elephant back if you give us that thing. And then they give us the thing, and then we just ride the elephant away. It's perfect.
They'll get their just desserts.
Yeah.
Are you guys researching potential D&D mounts? I feel like that's what you're doing.
Yeah, totally. That's what I just did.
Well, I want to look into these too. I feel left out.
There are cool small options for us little folk, like a pony or even a mastiff, which is what I'm gunning for. Get a good old riding hound.
That sounds pretty gnarly for you. Sounds awesome.
I mean, you could probably ride Stripey.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tokas, why don't you just ride Stripey?
especially after he gains levels.
Well, no, Toka's probably not. He's heavy with all his armor and everything.
Well, aren't we in the north? Shouldn't we go with like a sled and dog setup?
Probably a Yeti would be better. Or a woolly mammoths are nice and warm.
Ooh, let's get a tauntaun.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke Skywalker did it.
We should pitch in for like a carriage or a chariot.
Oh, that too. Let's okay, so is it actually late now? It's later?
Yeah,
in the
let's
evening?
actually think about getting mounts when it's time to go home after we've completed the quest that we have not yet even started on. Let's do that first.
Yeah.
Fine.
It is a chilly evening, made all the more cool by the damp air from the recent rain, and you leave Fithnilar through the city gate, along with a significant stream of others who seem to be walking or riding out to see the carnival. Looking about half a mile down the hilly road, you can see a collection of roughly a dozen tents of varying sizes, all in bright reds and yellows reminiscent of the autumn leaves visible in the forests much farther away. Fellow travelers talk excitedly about their plans to watch various performances or see what they can find for sale from exotic lands. You pass by a few young children on their way back to the city, laughing excitedly and taking turns biting out of a massive hunk of toffee. As you draw close to the carnival, you can see that it seems to be divided into distinct areas. A few small booths are set up next to the road, seemingly selling tickets to the different shows and events. In the center of the camp, An enormous pavilion has been set up, where a crowd of hundreds are slowly making their way inside. And on one side, a large stage hosts a handful of acrobats and musicians displaying their talents to an attentive crowd, while on the opposite side of the camp, traders manage several stands and tents full of exotic wares. At the end of the camp opposite the road are a few more tents, but not very many people and no obvious activities.
Are there any hooded figures?
There are many hooded figures. It is a cold evening, and pretty much everyone is wearing a cloak.
This whole place is infested with the cult.
Touche.
All right, guys. We'll go in pretending that we're just here to see the carnival, but I think this might actually be a cult meeting.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was going to be an actual show on tonight. I thought we'd just be kind of after-hoursing and, like, looking around in the tents from a distance, but it may be better that there's a crowd.
That's true.
Less conspicuous that way. So what about that tent full of mysterious curiosities, exotic wares? That sounds like the type of place where one might find a box with some gears poking out of it that are continuously spinning and never need to be wound.
Is that what we're looking for?
Something like that.
Okay, all right. That's a general, vague description.
That's a vague description of what we're looking for.
Yeah, but they're not just going to give it to us, are they, Shabba?
Maybe they'll sell it to us. Or maybe we'll take it. Maybe they'll have it for sale and then we'll just steal it back, is what I'm saying.
Well, what if we just borrowed it for the quest and we give it back after?
I think it's part of the item that Lady Restuvius bought, so it actually belongs to her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. These guys are evil and they stole it. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. All right, I got my motivation now.
Okay, we go into the Curiosities tent.
Are you sure we don't want to watch a show first? It could be really cool.
What time does the show start? I ask someone next to me. I grab him by the collar and pull him up to me. What time does the show start?
That's just a little boy.
Oh, sorry, son. I grab a baby out of someone's arms. What time does the show start?
No, give me my son back!
Oh, sorry about that, lady. What time does the show start, though?
Next show is starting in just 10 minutes. You have to hurry if you want to buy your tickets.
Oh, we have to go see the circus. Yeah, forgot about that
Dude,
tent.
let's go.
Let's go see the
I start
circus.
jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Circus,
Can we have popcorn? Can we have popcorn? Can we have popcorn? Can we have popcorn?
Yeah, if you buy it, sure.
Oh, but I thought we have party gold, though. But that's what party gold is for, right? For popcorn.
Maybe. Let's go in and you can buy some and then we'll figure it out.
Party gold is for partying, huh?
Popcorn is a good investment.
Now, Shabba, we'll only get popcorn if you're good.
Yeah, only if you're a good little Goliath.
Okay, I'll be good. Come on, Stripey, let's be good.
I don't think Shabba's ever been to the circus before.
No, I don't think he has.
I'll have an extra large popcorn and 5 cotton candy sticks.
Unfortunately, cotton candy has not been invented yet.
Oh, man.
Shucks.
What kind of world is this?
And they have like pop beans instead of popcorn because it's the pseudo-medieval.
There's like magical beans that like puff when they're
I'm
heated.
pretty sure they'd have popcorn, actually.
Okay. Is that an old treat?
I think that's an old thing.
Cool.
So yeah, you can get some popcorn.
I mean, all you got to do is throw a kernel of corn into a fire and you know it pops. So they probably figured that out kind of a while ago.
Well, they have to be really dried first. Don't they need to be dried first?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Because I feel like if you just throw a hunk of corn on a fire, it just like sizzles because of all the water in it.
I'll research when popcorn was invented later and let you know what I find.
But for now, we want to eat popcorn.
I'll talk about it in the mid-roll.
I'll be like, actually, popcorn began in...
Yeah, but I'll just read the Wikipedia page top to bottom about the invention of popcorn.
Well, don't tell them it's Wikipedia.
Well, cotton candy was like 1890 something. I looked that up beforehand.
Oh, man. Oh, you actually knew that Shabba would ask for cotton candy?
He knows us too well.
I know, right? Man. Well, it was Stripey's idea, so don't blame me. All right, let's go inside. How much is an extra large popcorn?
A silver.
Okay, I buy 4 extra large popcorns, and I give 2 to Stripey and 1 to Azlo and 1 to Tokas.
Oh, I get one? Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wait, Stripey's going to carry the popcorn? Do you have like a little saddle on his back and you put the popcorn on the saddle?
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds fun.
Also, how much are tickets?
Tickets to the show are 4 silver each.
All right.
Yikes.
Wow, okay.
That's a mite steep.
That's a pretty penny.
I'll get the snacks, guys.
Okay.
Well, I got to break a gold.
Yeah, I got to break a gold piece, too.
We do have some party gold here, so I'll
that'd
take
be
out
wonderful.
that.
Okay. Thanks, Azlo.
In fact, we should probably split this up sometime. There's quite a lot of it.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, really. After the show.
You've just been holding on to it in a bank, earning interest on it, and just skimming the interest off the top while it's actually partly ours.
Classic Azlo.
You know.
Do we need to buy us a ticket for Stripey?
I'll smuggle him in. He'll be like like how you smuggle a soda into the movie theater. I'll just shove him real far down in my bag and no one will know he's there until I take him out and pop the lid.
So you smuggle Stripey under your cloak and make your way towards the main central pavilion. As you enter, crowds are actually lined up on bleachers that have been set up inside, going around this central stage.
This is elaborate.
It is indeed elaborate. It looks like it could probably hold easily 700 people in here.
Wow.
And it seems to be filling up, but you make your way to a seat somewhere near the top since you came in so late. And you can see down in front of you, this stage has several different contraptions and visible trapdoors and things, or it looks like they can raise and lower platforms underneath the stage. As the show finally begins, the announcer comes onto the stage and says, with what can only be a magically modified voice so that everyone can hear him, "Welcome one and all to Gydawa's Glamorous Gallivanters. The show tonight features ferocious beasts from all across the far lands.
I'm so excited!
Come and see them, see our trainers, see the warriors in battle, and sit glued to your seats as all of these wondrous beasts appear before you.
Stop chewing so loud!
Prepare yourself for the truly amazing, astounding, and fearsome beasts that lie in wait."
Totally thought you were going to end that with and roll for initiative, and then instead of a normal carnival, it's like a death carnival. If you guys ever looked into the lore for Rakdos.
There you go.
Yeah. I nudged Stripey. Stripey, they're gonna have fearsome beasts.
As he waves his arm, you see a circle of tall torches that have been set up around this inner circle that all suddenly light up one at a time, just until the whole place is lit. And in the center of the stage, a trapdoor falls out and then cage rises up. Inside the cage, you see some sort of gigantic snake monster. It looks like a 15-foot long green scaly body with, instead of a snake head, it is split off into 4 different tentacles with a octopus-like beak in the middle.
What? Oh, gross.
I want a sample of
The
that.
creature is screeching and thrashing around in its cage. One of the circus performers comes up with a whip and sword at his hip,
And a cattle prod?
and he whips the door of the cage, pulls it back, and the beast makes its way out of the cage and starts circling the area.
What?
Oh my goodness.
How close did you say we're sitting to the ring?
We're really in the far back because we got our tickets right before the show.
Oh, well, it won't be hungry by the time it gets to us.
Yeah, it'll still be it'll still be a show for sure.
It'll still be devouring row 3 by the time we're out of here.
Yeah, we're fine. But please quickly take notes of nearby exits, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably about 30 feet back and up from the center of the stage.
Okay.
You watch the performance, you see he is keeping it at bay, and he herds it through various obstacles, up and down seesaw type things, through a hoop of fire.
Does the monster sit down on a motorcycle and enter a spherical cage where it then cycles around really quickly and does tricks with other monsters?
No.
Okay, just checking.
As that portion of the show concludes, he pushes it back into its cage before it descends below the stage again, and uprises another monster, this one looking like some sort of weird brain creature with long spiked tentacles descending from it. And it just kind of hovers in the air there.
I've never seen anything like this.
This is quite macabre for a circus.
Downright macabre.
I have the pictures of these creatures, actually.
Oh, well, let's share that with the viewers. Oh, wait, they have to go to our Discord.
There's that one.
Wow.
Another one.
That looks like my ex-girlfriend.
Dang, dude.
Azlo, she could be listening to this.
Oh yeah, sorry, ex-girlfriend who looks like a brain with tentacles coming out of it.
Yeah,
It's like a bird beak.
No offense.
Yeah, that is like a eagle's beak.
It's a bird brain.
Dang,
That's totally what they were going for. It's a literal bird brain.
it's true.
That sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
Now, while all of this is going on, so first of all, Azlo is enamored of this show, and it's bringing back his memories of days on, and being in show business and stuff. So he loves it. So this is really hard for him to do, but he tries to take a moment every now and then to kind of look around the room and just like keep an eye out for anyone who looks suspicious or looks like they're doing something suspicious. So if you want me to, I will make a roll of some kind.
Like a perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too busy checking out the show.
And that's a natural 1, which would be a natural 1, but I get to re-roll it.
Ah, you see Professor Snape with his hands under his cape, twitching his fingers.
Yeah, muttering. something. That would be a 14.
About halfway through the second monster's performance, you notice a small humanoid. You can't make them out because of their cloak over them, but they seem to be possibly picking the pocket of someone else sitting nearby.
Oh my gosh. How far away is this?
And I just say like 3 rows down from you.
Like in front of us?
Yeah.
I would like to cast message and whisper into the brain of the person who's being pickpocketed and say, hey, you're being pickpocketed. Look around. Quick.
Sweet, dude. That was perfect. I was getting ready to roll a stealth check to try to sneak down there and punch the thief in the face.
I just put a hand on your shoulder and I say, wait. And then I do that.
Ingenious.
Can we tell that you're casting message? Do you do like one of these like Xavier?
Like fingers on temples?
Yeah, totally.
I think all you have to do is point at the person and whisper.
Yeah, I do it surreptitiously.
Hey, good looking. Someone's picking your pocket.
The person who you messaged looks around really quickly, looks down at his purse there, says, hey, you thief! The small child or halfling, whatever it might be, releases his hand and starts running and darting through the crowd before jumping off the bleachers and out of the tent.
Oh, man. Should we attempt to give chase and apprehend the suspect? Or just keep watching the show?
It looks like he didn't actually manage to get away with the purse, but he might have gotten something beforehand.
You should continue your message and say, did he get anything?
I think our job is done here. Let's keep watching the show.
But if you ask if he got anything, then we can be sure and we don't even have to get up out of our seats.
Yeah, but if I keep messaging to them, then they'll want to message back, and they'll be wondering who we are, and then they'll get up and block our view of the show, and it seems a terrible inconvenience.
That does sound inconvenient.
Well, wait, weren't we looking for a thief?
Yeah, a really good one.
So, do we watch the show?
Oh, that's true.
Or do we go after who could know something about the object?
I was thinking it would be like people in the actual circus, but maybe they're working with them, or they are part of the crew, and they...
Well, no, so actually it's a conspiracy, and Tokas takes a really long time to explain this so that we lose the perpetrator. No, I'm kidding. But no, so what if it's all this sham where they put on this really elaborate show where you're just so enthralled by the festivities that you don't notice you're being pickpocketed? And we got to get after that
That's
guy.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
We can watch the show later. Just put it on, just set the video camera here and we'll record it.
Think about it. When you take the kids out to a show, you gotta have tons of cash on you because they never take credit cards. You gotta buy them food. You gotta pay for the tickets for entry. You gotta buy them all the memorabilia, and because you have to exit through the gift shop, they make it that way on purpose, so that the last thing you go right past the toy section, you gotta get your picture taken, and then you gotta buy that. So all these people probably have full purses. They're taking the kids out for a night on the town. They're unsuspecting. They're paying attention to their kids who are screaming and crying. They've got all the food all over their faces. They lost interest 5 minutes into the show. And they're not paying attention to their wallets. And therein lies the scheme.
Yeah. In fact, if we wait around long enough, there's probably other people working for these guys, and we're going to see more pickpocketing happen. So, Azlo, why don't you stay here, watch the show, and message people so they don't get pickpocketed, and we'll go after the thief. Yay, split the party. All right, let's do it.
I think more than just simply being do-gooders, I think our goal here is to catch the people doing it.
Yes.
Right? Not just preventing the pickpocketing, but to actually catch them in the act so that we can get the thing back, whatever it is.
Right. Now, the circus industry has been hit awfully hard by all the animal rights activists lately. So I can see how they might be a little bit strapped for cash, a little hard-pressed, having to resort to some less than savory tactics to keep their business alive. But that's still no excuse for returning to criminal behavior.
At these ticket prices, I mean, really, they're doing fine.
Maybe so. But still, I don't think we should let anything distract us from what's most important right now, and that is, there's a big cool-looking monster on the stage. We gotta check this out, guys. Shush.
I grab Shabba's arm and give him a yank as we run after to chase after the thief.
But Azlo, I'm not even done with my popcorn yet.
I slap the popcorn out of your hand. It goes flying across the room.
Oh, man.
We got a job to do.
I'll buy you more popcorn later. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I just cry and sulk as we're going out.
Azlo, it was his first time at the carnival. It's supposed to be a special time.
Well, there will be a second time, all right?
Oh, man.
So we go running after the thief.
Okay.
The Damage Guild Podcast. Your locally certified dungeon safety inspectors.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Damage Guild Podcast, and thank you for listening to the Damage Guild Podcast. My name's Jay Stout. I'm one of your 4 hosts on this show. I play Shabba, the Goliath Ranger, and Stripey, his animal companion, who is a badger. Thank you for joining us this week for another exciting episode. Now please turn your attention to the social media world, wherein we will be talking about Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. We live stream sometimes. That's on Twitch, twitch.tv/damageguild, and then we post those videos to our YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched us live, check out our YouTube. Go to our website, thedamageguild.com. Click on social on the top menu, click on YouTube. That'll take you to our channel. We've got videos on there from our last campaign and from our latest Champions of the Multiverse campaign that we think you'll enjoy and have a lot of fun watching. Also, you can get on Facebook, give us a like, tell us hello, or get on Discord. It's discordapp.com, or go to our website, click on social, click on Discord. And that'll take you to our very own private channel where you can hang out with other fans of the show, talk to us directly, express your love or concerns for the show, talk about some potential spoilers, and just have a good time interacting with all the folks. Speaking further of social media, some quick housekeeping here. A few of the names that we used in our last episode were actually suggestions from people on Twitter. A couple of our most awesomest fans, a friend of the show, King Seth, King of the Show, or Fazatron on Twitter, provided the names Lessenrel and Draknar. So Draknar, who's awesome. The names Arliel and Theransford were provided by Katie, or @UperRoots on Twitter. Hashtag the only Katie on Twitter. Thank you both for supplying such great names and allowing Thane's DMing skills to shine through your contributions to the show. We love you. We thank you for being great at coming up with names for stuff. And for all your support and love for us, we return the same to you many times over. If you're great at naming things and you'd like to get in on the action, just hop on Twitter, give us an @mention, shout out some names. If we like them, we'll use yours too. We'll give you a shout out even. We want to send out a huge thank you to our latest patron, Christian Dubois, and as always, our warmest greetings and salutations to all our other patrons, talking to Alyssa, Scott, Seth, Doris, Andrew, Rick, Stephanie, and Bad Bones. You're all the loves of our lives, each and every one of you. We cannot thank you enough. We literally could thank you constantly for every episode for the rest of time, and it wouldn't be enough. But then we wouldn't be playing D&D, we would just be thanking you, and you'd probably not like the show very much if we just did that. So let me tell you from the bottom of all of our 4 hearts, if we could thank you in perpetuity and release a show that's an hour long of us just doing that every 2 weeks, we would. So thank you. Well, that's all I got for you this time. So enjoy the rest of this episode, and we'll see you again in 2 short Mondays.
You are listening to the Damage Guild Podcast.
Took you a little while to actually decide what you were going to do there.
Yeah, so I'll make a survival check. Oh, alright. Let's see if we can track this dude. That's a 16.
Yeah, I was going to mention earlier before we debated about it, I felt like we should have marked the guy. Doesn't Hunter's Mark let you know where they are or not really?
I don't think so.
Okay. Is there an ability like that? like mark target or something, and you like can kind of like
locate. There's locate person, locate animal, locate object, stuff like that.
If I was playing this character as like super OP, like min-maxed, I would have chosen favorite enemy humanoid, and then just like I could know where humanoids are.
You could even find me, Shabba, if I was to like turn evil.
Yeah, if you were a humanoid, I could.
You're saying I'm not humanoid?
That was the joke, yeah. You know I love you, Tokas.
I'm at least half a person, Shabba, please.
Barely.
A couple inches shy.
Yeah.
Alright, so you got a 16 on your
16.
tracking.
Tracking, yeah.
You hop down from the stands and make your way towards the entrance to the tent. Looking around, checking the ground. I mean, it has been trampled by people coming and going. It's little more than dirt here at this point. So while you're checking the ground, could I actually have another perception check from the other two to scan the area and see if there's any sign of him visually?
Holy guacamole.
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Another 14 for me.
Give me a 13.
You make your way outside, you look all around. You can tell that there's no one that looks like that right in this area, but he could have easily slipped into one of the crowds, the closest one being where they're selling all of the different goods at those tents and stalls.
If there is this conspiracy of they're working for the carnival, where would they stash the dough?
Probably in a carriage or like a covered wagon of some sort. You know, like the kind they rode around in Pinocchio.
I'm just saying I want to do a check that Tokas could actually succeed at. So I'm not very perceptive. That's why I got a 13.
I mean, it might be more of an insight to try to figure out where they'd be.
Yeah, I'm not very good at insight. When do I ever get to use investigation? I'm really good at that.
We probably can use it pretty soon here. Like, if we lose the guy's trail, then we can use it to investigate the tents, like especially wherever they're holding gear and equipment and stuff.
Yeah. If you have a specific area you're going to search, then you could use that. But no, it looks like at the speed he was running and at the distance of the crowds, he probably made it into the shop area.
All right, let's head over there first.
Yeah.
Will it look suspicious if we enter the shop while the show is going on? Since we'll be like the only ones in there?
No, there's plenty of people who aren't watching the show who are still shopping.
Okay.
Hang on, before we go in there, Tokas is gonna take Shabba aside real quick. Listen, Shabba, I know you're really excited, okay? I get that. This is your first carnival. You know, listen, don't get all starry-eyed when we go in the gift shop and be begging me to get you one of the toys or the t-shirt or whatever. I'm not having it.
But Tokas, what if the merch is really cool, though?
No, he's gonna try to get you to buy stuff. I'm preparing you. You've never been to a carnival gift shop. They're very convincing.
But what's the point of having cool toys if you can't buy them and play with them?
Well, maybe there's something good in there for Stripey. He could use a new toy. He's been using, what's he been using as a chew toy?
Azlo's foot.
He's been using your old mecha bird thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to them? Maybe he went back and got the mecha robot monster that I left with the Ankegs. And he's been eating it to, like, get on my nerves this whole time. He's been, like, chewing on the gears.
Yeah.
Yeah, he waits till you fall asleep and then chews loudly in your ear. All the metal pieces.
I had the strangest dream last night. I could have sworn Stripey was chewing on my toy.
That was no dream.
So as you're getting ready to head out, though, a carnival worker just inside the tent lifts the flap and says, "If you head out, you know I can't let you back in the show."
Are the merchandise tents outside of the tent area?
Well, there's the main big pavilion where the show is happening, and then there's all these different things set up outside of that. So you can't see the show unless you actually go into the central tent.
Got it.
Aren't we outside of the central tent already?
You just stepped outside, but you've been there talking, and the guy saw you go out. So you can come back in now, but if you're out there and you go away somewhere, I can't let you back in.
But you stamped my hand, though. Doesn't this let me back in?
I'm going to ask, excuse me, sir, our friend just left to go to the bathroom, we think. Did you see which way that he went?
Cloaked, about yay tall, 3 feet
Yeah.
or so.
Did you also tell him that he can't come back in?
I didn't see where he went. He left too quickly for me to say much of anything.
Interesting. So you told us that you can't let us back in, but you didn't tell him that he can't come back in, did you?
Are you racist against gnomes or something?
No, Azlo, I need your help here. I think he's in with cahoots with that guy, and it's part of their thing. Can you, like, charm him or something? Talk to him for a minute and then charm him and then be like, hey, like, that's totally your guy, isn't it? Where'd he go?
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'll make an empathy check.
Okay, what does that do exactly? It's been a while.
You feel his feelings?
Gain uncanny insight about one humanoid insight within 30 feet. A wisdom insight check versus his charisma deception check. On success, I gain advantage on attack rolls and ability checks against the target until the end of my next turn. So I'm going to basically sense motive using insight to see if I think he is telling the truth.
So you just like stare at him funny?
I don't know. My total is a 7.
Alright, yeah, you're not sure whether he has any idea who that was or not.
Okay. Tokas, I think we need to just give chase to this guy. I think the longer we stand around here talking, the farther away he's going to get.
Yeah, but we have no idea which way he went. Shabba did the whole range thing and like sniffed around and looked at the footprints and got nothing. This guy knows where he went. I've got a feeling, but I know if I talk to him, he'll just clam up or get bored. Like, that's what I do to people, Azlo. I get them really bored after 30-minute discussions of various topics.
Maybe it's because you should cut down your lecture time.
That is your specialty, that's true.
Yeah, if Tokas was a science professor, like, his whole students would, like, never pass a test because they'd fall asleep.
You hear some oohing and ahhing coming from inside the tent.
No, we're missing it.
I immediately turn with my eyes wide open and I just start walking slowly back inside.
Shabba, no! Shabba! I grab onto the hem of your,
He's like dragging
your
us.
tunic. Like my feet are dragging in the ground as you slowly walk forward.
What's going on? Oh, sorry. I got distracted.
Guys, we have to give chase to this guy. I think it's the only way.
We must. Let's go.
I pull them off towards the stalls, the shops.
All right. We tell the guy our names so that he'll remember us and let us back in later. And then we go.
He's like, I'm still not going to let you in.
I can't let you back in.
All right. It was worth a try. We'll pay again. Right, Azlo? Let's go.
Maybe.
That's what every parent says. Mommy, can we do this? Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. Let's go to the selling things tent.
Alright, you run over towards the booths. As you make your way to the shops, you can see several different types of merchants. They're selling all sorts of candies. There's a place selling alcohol. There's a curiosity shop, jewelry, and other fancy ornamentations. And you even see a tent set up that seems to be for fortune telling.
Is the curiosity shop run by a bugbear named Onheck Shardtooth?
That's an inside joke. You're going to have to explain that during the mid-roll instead of when popcorn was discovered. And then you can use that as a segue to tell people about our other sister project.
Champions of the Multiverse that we live stream on Twitch, you mean? That's the name of Andy's new shop that he just opened. Andy, one of the players in our other campaign, just opened a shop called the Curiosity Shop. That's the name of his character in the campaign.
Oh.
I didn't know he opened his own shop.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The Curiosity Shop seems to be run by an elven woman.
If they did pilfer this is the shop it would go in unless they wanted to pawn it off at a pawn shop, right? So let's check it out.
Right. Unless they have a gear shop, a box with gears shop.
Yeah.
Guess this would be the closest thing.
Yeah, let's do some shopping.
They probably didn't categorize it as a children's toy, so it probably went here. I don't know, maybe they put it in the bar as just like a centerpiece.
Someone's using it as a stepping stool to peer over the bar. Short bartender. Yeah, let's go into the Curiosity Shop.
The shop is set up with a stand in front that has several goods, and then there's also a tent behind it that might hold additional goods or money or some other thing like that. The woman who's keeping the shop is just behind the stand in front of the tent, calling out to people, saying, "Come and see intriguing goods to delight all," giving out her flowery language to try to entice the buyers.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Evessa.
Evessa.
Welcome to my Curiosity Shop.
Thanks.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Do you see anything that draws your eye?
I say, besides you, not a thing.
Why, thank you, sir. Although I would appreciate it if you looked a bit more at my goods. I'm sure there's something that will suit your fancy. Perhaps this. She pulls up a blue sand hourglass, and you see that the sand is flowing from bottom to top.
Whoa. That is cool.
I have many strange and wondrous items.
Okay, forget what I just said a moment ago. That is amazing. We're looking for boxes. We are box collectors, and we look for really special-looking boxes that have cool stuff that they do.
Shabba! I pull you down to my height. Shabba, we can't be walking around asking for boxes. If their box goes missing, they'll know it was us.
But we're not going to steal it. We're going to buy it back from them.
We'll leave the box. We just want what's inside. And Tokas takes out his little, monocle, his little,
Jeweler's
yeah,
monocle.
my jeweler's monocle, and I'm going to do an investigation check.
But Tokas, and I grab Tokas and pull him down even lower than we already are right now. I lie down and pull him down all the way to the grass, and Azlo too, and I say, but Tokas, the box is part of the item. It's not in a box, it is a box.
Yeah, we can't take it out, or Lady Restuvius will get really mad, remember?
Remember, because it's gears poking out of a box, so the box is the thing.
Well, I'd still like to investigate.
All right, anyway, we stand back up. We stand back up non-suspiciously.
Standing back up, you see that Evessa is now holding an interesting-looking black box that has all sorts of, shifting pieces on the outside. Looks like some kind of puzzle box.
What? That's great. We'll take it, and I take one.
Does it have gears on the outside?
It does not have any gears. She says that this box is a mystery. There's some strange item held inside, but who knows what it actually holds. She shakes it a little bit and you can hear some rattling. Oh. If you solve the puzzle and open the box, it can be yours.
Ah, okay. Investigation check time. Puzzle solving. Tokas' specialty.
I'll take 3 of those. What else you got?
There is but the one.
Okay, I'll take it. What else? What other boxes?
Well, this one right here will cost you 3 gold. Do you have such?
No, I'm not that rich. Yeah. I'm only a poor boy.
From a poor family?
Yeah.
I'll put in a gold piece, Shabba.
Well, we'll see what the total is after we buy all the boxes that they have. What other boxes are there?
Did you get anything new? Recent? I know you guys are scared of my charisma checks and stuff, but let me give this a try.
You should be scared of your charisma checks, Tokas.
We saw your carnival not too long ago, and we already checked out most of the stuff you already have. No offense, lady, but we're kind of into the new releases. Is there anything that you got recently? Because we've already seen all this stuff. What'd you get lately? What's new?
Yeah.
Really?
All right, give me a deception check.
Oh no. Aslo, make me better.
It's too late.
But I have to take away from it. 12.
She gives you a little bit of a squinty eye. I do have a few new items in stock. I just recently acquired this, and she pulls out a leather bag. We have here a bag of fairy dust.
Bag of fairy dust? I mean, I do believe in fairies. Tell us more.
Do you happen to have a box of fairy dust? Because we only are interested in boxes.
Yeah, could you box it for us, like a gift box? It's for a friend. Lady Restuvius.
No, don't say that, man.
I mean, what? No. Fairy dust. What does fairy dust do, my lady?
It has many strange and wonderful properties.
Does it dispel summoned creatures?
No?
I was just referencing the other dust you made.
Fairy dust is said to enhance the flavor of anything that you put it on.
Oh, that's useless. We don't need that.
Who would ever want such a thing?
Yeah, that would be like the worst magical item of all for Tokas to ever find.
If you guys want to buy it.
So it's MSG. It's magical MSG.
It can also be used in the creation of various magical potions, if that happens to be your persuasion.
Does it extend the duration of a giant growth potion?
It might.
Alright, let's buy it. I'm going to put it in the giant growth potion, then we feed it to Stripey and see what happens. Maybe it makes it permanent.
Perfect.
We'll take it, and I grab the bag and put it on top of the box I'm already holding. Okay, what other boxes do you have?
I mean, you can't just take all these things. She'll hold them on the shelf for you as you're deciding.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm really tall. I'm good at holding things.
Just put them by the register, Shabba. It'll make her less nervous.
All right, I put them down on the counter. What else? If it's not a box and she pulls it out, I'm like, nope, next.
No.
Looking at the table, you see various monster bones, talons, feathers, scales, those sorts of things. There's a collection of geodes. There are a few toys that seem to be enchanted with perpetual motion, like a figure continually climbing a ladder that's moving and rotating around and stuff like that. Something walking in circles. There's a fancy hand-painted deck of cards. There's what looks like a working solar system model with 5 planets, 4 moons, and the sun orbiting each other.
What is this?
You see a sundial that's casting a shadow pointing to the correct time despite it being late at night with only artificial lights all around.
A shadow dial.
Wow.
A dark dial.
There's a couple of puppets and other children's toys. There's a scroll tube with something inside that you can't see.
Wait, nope, go back to that one. Go back. Scroll tube was something we can't see.
You can see a bit of parchment pointing out of the end of it.
Yes, tell us more about this one.
This is an ancient treasure map.
Whoa, dude.
Does it work? I mean, is it real?
Of course it's real. There's no telling, of course, where exactly it points to. But if you can work out the clues for yourself, perhaps you will find the ancient treasure buried there.
Wow, what if it's like a Cracker Jack box and we get there and it's just like a children's toy? Like that you'd find in a cereal box?
That would be a bummer. We should probably spend a bunch of money on it.
And then, you know what? The Damage Guild would realize the moral of the story is it's not the destination, it's the journey.
The amount of treasure. Oh, yeah.
It's the amount of treasure you find along the way.
Yeah. How much for this quote-unquote treasure map?
20 gold.
Now, is that 20 gold in proportion to what's at the end of the treasure map?
Who knows what's there? This map is from the time before the Empire fell. Anything could have been buried there.
Where's the spot marked by the X, though?
As I said, it is unknown. You'll have to discern that for yourself.
Well, add that to the cart, Shabba. I mean, we're buying the whole store anyway.
We put it in our shopping cart.
Yeah, 15 gold. That's not bad at all. I mean, I could do 12 gold.
Yeah, 12
so
gold.
I pull out 10 gold from my pouch and give her 8 gold.
And then let 2 of it fall back into the pouch every second that she delays in giving you an answer. Tokas, maybe you could use that. Maybe Dark Tokas could use that dark sundial to tell dark time in the dark.
We do often need to know what time it is. All the time.
Yeah, get us one of those dark sundials too. Throw that in the shopping bin.
How good is Tokas' ability to, like, replicate things that he's seen? Is that just a power I've given myself that I don't really have?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I wouldn't be able to look at the map and then copy it down later, so I guess we're out 20 gold.
Oh, she's not going to show you the map.
Ah, smart.
Yeah, it's rolled up in the tube.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a blank piece of parchment with an X in the middle. You'll have to discern the location of the X by yourself.
That reminds me, I was learning about this. It was titled The Worst Game Ever. But it was talking about, like, in the, 1950s or something, 1960s? It was, like, the most popular thing. It was, like, the book about the rabbit, like, the golden rabbit. Do you know what I'm talking about, Faye?
Yeah, I saw something on that recently.
Oh, my gosh. That's, like, what this is.
What?
Like, only a couple of physics professors were able to figure out the mystery, and, like, everybody in the world that had access to buying this book, like, bought this book and, like, tried to solve the mystery of the book.
But it was just like a fake thing.
Well, no, it was real. Like, it really did lead you to... It was like in England, right? Like an English cemetery, like, was
Something
the answer
like that.
or something. Like, one of the statues in the cemetery was, like, pointing, and then you had to dig up... Like, a certain time of day, you had to dig up an area that the statue was pointing at, and there was a golden rabbit. Is it like that kind of convoluted map that we're solving? I'm talking to the elvish lady now.
Not quite that complicated, probably. It shows an actual map with markings, but they show some land that I have not seen before.
I forgot the punchline to that story. The physics professors didn't find the golden rabbit even though they solved the riddle. It was some guy that just was digging up the cemetery. So the moral of the story is you don't need to be a physics teacher to get lucky and find a golden rabbit.
Fair point. I've often thought that myself. Well, Evanescence, thank you for your time and your help. I super appreciate it.
I didn't go through all of the treasures that she was offering.
Can you show us the useful ones?
She has a few candles on display, which she says are magical. There's also a rabbit's foot on a chain.
Probably cursed. Let's not buy that one.
A silver mirror that when you look into it, you see yourself reflected back, but looks like an old version of you.
That one could be useful.
Could it, though?
It's like the picture of Dorian Gray.
Yeah, let's not buy that one.
She has a pair of stones that have been enchanted with light and dark magic. You can see them, one's radiating light and the other one's radiating darkness, and they're kind of canceling each other out past a few inches here.
Sick. Put that in the shopping cart. We'll take those cool stones.
Shabba, we can't afford this.
As you continue to request boxes, she pulls out a box of different kinds of fireworks. Some of them are boxes themselves.
Oh, I thought you were about to say gears.
And a separate box that does indeed resemble the one that you are looking for. It's about 2 inches across on each side, cube, and you can see gears just kind of half sticking out, rotating.
Guys, stop getting all excited about the box that she just
I'm
left.
trying like super hard not to be excited.
I grab Shabba's hand and squeeze really hard. Shabba,
Don't get excited about it.
I don't know exactly what this is,
It
but
just looks like a pile of trash. Like, what's great about this item?
it could serve many uses with its gears turning unpowered.
it's probably really crappy.
Definitely. I just grit my teeth and smile really big. Yeah, that looks like the worst box I've ever seen.
Your face is so red, it's great. You're really getting into character tonight.
We need good boxes, though, not ones with like weird stuff sticking out of them.
You know what? Tell you what. Throw it in with some of the other things we're buying. Call it a deal.
Yeah.
What did you say? 8 gold, Azlo?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. I can't even really stand to look at that thing. It's so ugly and useless.
Here's the 8 gold.
You know, you pay us 8 gold, we'll take it off your hands. I'm kidding. That's not a Tokas persuasion. I'm making jokes. Don't make me roll again. I'm so scared of charisma checks.
As well you should be.
There's no telling what magic this box holds, but clearly it has some use.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's super clear to me, but if you insist.
Yeah, like, what does it even do? Like,
Yeah.
why would we want to buy it? Convince me.
It's like moving all the time. If I put this in my pack, it's going to like grind through all my stuff and ruin it.
Something like this could be used as the component in any children's toy similar to these. And she points to some of the others where it's like the characters are moving.
Oh,
all
like
the
a
time.
perpetual motion machine?
Yeah, perpetual motion machine.
Okay, sure. If you are into toys, I guess. I'm a grown man. I don't play with toys. I'm a grown Goliath.
Perhaps it would work as the mechanism behind a clock that never needs to be wound.
That's cool.
Yeah, but we could just use a sundial for that.
Yeah, I can already tell time.
Like the shadow dial.
Sundial has no moving parts. It lasts forever. So your fancy watches are no good to me.
Clearly you are uninterested, and I will wait for a buyer with better taste.
No, I wouldn't go so far as to say we're uninterested.
Wait, Shabba, stop, you're losing posture.
I said it's ugly. I don't like it. It would ruin all my stuff, and I think it's pointless, useless, and ugly.
Wait a minute, guys. I'm a bit of a tinkerer. I could probably find a use for those old gears.
Yeah, you guys are really overselling the disinterested part of this this scheme here. I say, you know what? Listen, if you're willing to throw that in, let's just do a bulk discount on all this stuff, and we'll call it a day. What do you say?
Yeah, what tab have we run up?
What exactly did you want?
We got the puzzle box. We got the fairy dust bag. We got the 2 stones. We got the box with the gears, and I think that was it. I think it was those
We're going to
4.
start our own carnival, Shabba, since we had to leave.
At least our own curiosity shop.
Were you going to do the hourglass too, or the sundial,
Oh, yeah, the shadow dial.
The shadow dial was cool.
or the treasure map?
Oh,
No.
yeah, the treasure map
The
for
treasure
sure.
map's the big thing.
Yeah, no, not the treasure map, though,
Oh,
because...
we're going to be broke after this, guys.
Definitely the treasure map.
no, but
For sure.
if someone sells you a treasure map, it's because they've already looked and didn't find it.
But what if there's treasure?
Or they already got the treasure and they're selling the map back. Actually.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're going to get there and there's already a hole in the ground and the chest is open.
Right. It's like if somebody sells you a booster box of magic cards, they've clearly already box mapped it and pulled out all the mythics that are worth anything and
Yep,
put in
yep.
replacement packs.
Or even worse, yeah, the replacement packs. Oh,
Yeah.
Man, that'll totally ring true with all of our audience who don't play Magic at all.
Yeah, agreed.
maybe we cut that out.
Definitely.
It's kind of like a treasure map where you sold it and you've already gotten the treasure. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wanted the Stone of Light, Stone of Darkness, the...
But I thought those 2 came as like a package deal, though.
Yeah, you're making it seem like they're different. It's priced.
They're 2 different things.
Can we just get the Shadow Stone? Because that sounds...
No, one's not cool without the other, right? It's the whole like interaction between the 2 that makes them an awesome, fun item to look at.
Actually, when they're together, they do surprisingly little. They're just very similar items, so I said they were a pair.
Listen, I'll take the Dark Stone. You guys can fight over the Light Stone.
Perfect.
Basically, it's just going to be a continual light spell cast on one and darkness spell cast on the other.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, we don't really need the light spell.
So you want the darkness stone, the fairy dust,
The puzzle box, the gear box.
And then the sundial, the dark dial. So those 5 things.
Wait, do we actually want the dark dial?
Tokas, do you want the dark dial so you can tell what time it is when you're staying up all night?
Yeah, I think the dark dial would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
We don't see how it's useful right now, Azlo. I'd put in some money for the dark dial.
All right.
You could look at your wrist and be like, oh, it's 4 a.m. Okay. And then just keep going.
Or just keep going? Well, I can use it to time my experiments if I work in the night, which has been a problem in the past. Like, some of the recipes I've cooked up while you guys are sleeping, like, I was only supposed to cook it for 20 minutes, but I couldn't tell time, so...
And then you got distracted by the next thing you were working on and forgot about it.
And that's what happened to the last batch of hair elixir. Well, you remember Shabba.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
Didn't turn out that well.
Shadow dial is a little bit bigger than what would fit on your wrist as a watch. It's like 4 inches across.
That's okay. Tokas will find a way to make it work.
I'll turn it into a watch.
He'll just wear it on his
He'll
chest.
wear it on a chain
Yeah.
around his neck. Yeah.
Right. Flavor Flav!
And Tokas just like have this growing bling chain going on. Like I've got the thing from Shabba, now I've got the shadow dial.
Oh, yeah.
So shadow dial will be 8 gold.
Oh, whoa. Maybe we don't get the shadow dial?
Yeah, we probably don't need that.
The fairy dust will be 12 gold.
Oh.
The darkness stone will be 40 gold.
So when you say it has perpetual darkness cast on it, can we like hold it away from the light stone and it'll literally cast darkness for us?
The darkness stone shines darkness as if it were light. Basically removes all light from the surrounding area.
Like normal uses of the darkness spell, except on a portable device. Oh, can we just like not buy anything else and just make sure we get that one? That's so cool. But yeah, we could skip the light stone.
Yeah, I don't think we need the light stone at all.
Yeah.
Just let's buy all the items that have to do with darkness. And Tokas is like, yeah.
So far the total is 63 gold.
Whoa.
My vote is that we leave the shadow dial.
The gearbox she's selling for 25. So that brings up to 88.
Here's what I'm going to propose, okay? Each of us seems to want different things. So, why doesn't each of us just buy the stuff that they want, dudes?
Okay. I'll get the puzzle box.
Okay, fine. I really like the dark stone. Unless you want it, Tokas, then you can buy it.
Oh, no. It's just because it has the word dark in it. I think you make better use of it.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll buy the dark stone because it's really cool.
I'm interested in the fairy dust. I want to experiment with the fairy dust. Like, because you didn't tell me what it does, this is like the fountain of mysteries or whatever we did not too long ago.
Right.
And I just want to know what it does, and I want to, like, mix potions with it and, like, blow stuff up.
Totally.
All right, I give her 3 gold for the puzzle box.
Okay.
Here, Avara. Avessa.
I guess I give her 40 for the dark stone. Ooh. But before I do real quick, it's like dark. How big is the radius of the darkness? 100 feet? 1,000 feet?
We can't tell because it's next to the light stone. You have to pull them apart.
Yeah, the 2 stones cancel each other out, but it's a 20-foot radius.
20 foot. Okay, I buy it. Because that's really cool. Tokas, your thing is 8?
The stone?
The fairy dust?
8 gold?
Yeah.
Gold?
That means that whenever you're not using the dark stone, you're going to have to keep it enclosed in something so it doesn't just shroud you in constant darkness.
Yeah, that's true. I'll have to buy a pouch for it or something.
We're not, cast in perpetual darkness.
Shabba, your puzzle box is 3. And then
Yep.
I suggest we buy the gearbox out of party funds.
Can we get the map out of party funds too?
I thought we decided not to get the treasure map.
What?
Yeah.
When?
We had that entire discussion about how it's like they've
No.
clearly
I
already
still
found
wanted
the
to
treasure.
get the treasure map.
Tokas, if you want to get the treasure map, by all means, please do. Spend your money on a map leading to a treasure that does not exist.
We just think it doesn't exist.
That's fair. Well, 2 of us think it doesn't exist.
You know what? Just because I like unlocking side quests, I'm going to buy the treasure map. And I'm not going to let either of you look at the treasure map either.
Fine with me. It's a fool's errand. You're off
I
on a
just
wild
bought
goose
it.
chase.
20 silver pieces, and Tokas slams it on the table.
20
Gold.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tokas slams 20 gold pieces on the table. I'm going to love this map. I'm going to turn it into a poster for my room back home. After I find the treasure and rub it in your faces.
And did you buy the sundial also?
I did. Oh, no, I'm not. I don't know if I should buy the sundial. I mean, the Shadow Dial.
Shadow die.
I mean, it sounds so cool, but maybe it's more like Tokas' character that he doesn't keep time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably more like that.
And I just blew a lot of money, so... It's a cool item, though. Maybe we'll come back. Babe, you know, you seem nice, even though we were kind of jerks to you. Maybe we'll come back and buy more of your things. And hopefully you'll have new things in stock, because you only had a couple things that were new to us.
And yet you bought so much that I have been carrying for months.
Yeah, well, what can we say? The second time's the charm, right? We looked at it again, and we couldn't...
First trip is you window shop, right, Shabba?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
Then you come back and you buy it.
And you buy.
Make sure they didn't have a better deal at the other place.
So did we get everything we wanted, guys, before we go?
Actually, do you have just like a regular pouch? Like a regular old, not curious pouch of any kind that you could sell me?
Oh, for the darkness stone.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's about to get real dark in here.
Actually, now that you ask about it, I had this specially made. It was meant to hold both of them, but if you're only buying the one, I can still sell it to you. This necklace here has a special capsule on its end. If you place the stone inside and screw the capsule closed, it will block its power, and then you can simply unscrew it whenever you want to.
How big is this stone?
It's like a 3/4 of an inch or so. A big marble.
Oh, it's a tiny guy.
It's a little pebble, actually. This is the shadow pebble.
But Azlo, your next slot's already taken up by the medallion that I gave you.
Yeah, about that, Shabba. Listen.
You can wear 2 necklaces.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, yeah, you have a dual neck slot.
Oh, Azlo's going to be the one wearing the bling.
How much for that necklace?
3 silver.
All right, fine. You talked me into it.
It's designed such that you can unscrew it and the stone will stay there, just kind of hanging in the necklace, or you can quickly pull it out and throw it.
Perfect.
Does it, like, slot into that part of the necklace even? And then, like...
Yeah.
I see what you mean. That's so cool. I like it.
No.
Sad I didn't buy it, but I would have been really broke. So it's okay. I'll just borrow it from Azlo when he's not looking.
Necklace of Darkness.
Stone of Shadows.
Ah, Stone of
The
Shadow.
Shadow Stone.
Is there like a G word for like a
No.
piece of jewelry?
No,
Definitely not.
pretty much not at
the
all.
garnish
Gemstone.
of...
Garnishment.
Oh yeah, the gemstone, the gem shadow stone of Gallivanters.
I don't like the direction this is going, Tokas.
Doesn't feel right.
But we need to name our magical item. We'll come back to it later.
We'll
Yeah.
come back to it, yeah.
In the meantime, we've solved our quest. And we quietly celebrate. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. We're just really happy we bought some magical items. Yes.
That too.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to town, I guess.
Yeah.
No, let's sneak into the carnival using the dark stone.
Oh, good idea.
I like it.
You got to see the rest of the show.
Because that's not going to be obvious.
So we're just like this little like clump of darkness like creeping towards the tent, and they're like,
Like
demons,
tiptoeing in.
demons,
Oh, man. All right.
evil spirits.
Let's just go back to the amulet and staff and tell Sir Draknar that he owes us 25 gold.
Under the cloak of the Shadow Stone.
Excellent.
Alright, so you completely forgot about the guy that you were actually chasing in...
We lost him. We lost him.
We
don't
did
know
what
where
we
he
could.
went.
We stopped him from pickpocketing, so
Yeah. And we couldn't find him.
he was not brought to justice today.
You are concluding your transaction and putting away all of your new purchases and all your bags and everything. As you do so, you hear loud screams rising from the central tent.
Oh man, it's the climax.
No.
It's the best part.
So is this the part where all the kids get eaten? Because I am really bummed that we missed that.
Wait, you knew this was going to happen, guys?
You hear an enormous roar coming from the tent,
Christ.
louder than anything that you've heard in your adventures thus far.
What?
Yikes.
What monstrosities have they unleashed?
Maybe we should get back to that tent. What do you say?
Or we should run away. Fight or flight, guys. What do you say?
At the moment, you don't see anyone immediately running out of the tent.
What?
Let's run away toward the tent
Okay, deal.
and see what happens in there.
Azlo, why don't you just go invisible and check it out for us?
Because if there's something that requires desperate, momentary action, we must all be there.
We can all peek our heads inside the tent flap. We run over.
You could also just knock out the tent guard.
That too.
We can just run past him. What's he going to do?
He's like, they don't pay me enough. Whatever.
Shabba just stiff arms him, and we run
Yeah,
past.
just stiff arms. The shop owner back there just said we look like adventurers, so we're adventurers. Let us by. We're gonna help.
All right, you run towards the tent,
Yeah.
and you lift up the flap, looking inside. And directly in front of you, in the center of the stage, you see a beast out of legend.
What?
A white dragon.
Holy crap!